What's happening, YouTube? Rod J here to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Going to take a look at one again from outside of Baltimore, Maryland. This comes from Stillwater Artisanal Ales, and this is their Folklore. Pretty cool looking label, I thought, which actually caught my eye there. It's considered to be a foreign stout. Comes in at 8.4% ABV. Do not have anything listed as of yet for the IBU. If I find out, I'll go ahead and get that put onto the description as well. But outside of the painting on the label, not much else is really detailed on the beer. Kind of a mystery type beer in that regard. Looked on a few of the sites and they kind of all just had it out there as a foreign stout, except for Beer Advocate, who actually had it listed as a Belgian strong dark ale. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the stout since it's on that label as being that way. Best glassware to use for this is usually an English pint, a snifter, or a tulip. I'm actually going to use a tulip type glass. Let's go ahead and get it open and get it into the glass. There we go. Get that baby all in there. And as you can see, pours out a very dark color, as always, as you would expect for a stout. Jet black, as you would also expect. So the head itself, nice dark tan head, a little bit of creaminess to the head, just about a finger and a half it looks like. Can't really see too much of the carbonation. There's no light that was getting through this one at all, but definitely has everything you would expect to have on a stout, and decent looking enough. Going to get a sniff on the aroma. Wow, big notes come off the aroma. Getting that chocolate right out of the glass. Getting some of that coffee as well. Some of that roasted type smell you expect to have. Very malt forward on the beer. Getting a little bit of what I would consider to be some dark fruit action kind of in the background there. You do have the sweetness from the malts that do come out, but nothing else really too much. You have the coffee, you have the chocolate, kind of that cocoa type coffee there. It does have a little bit of that espresso feel too. Get a hint, it seems, of some smokiness. Not too much though, but you do get some smokiness out of the glass. Let's go and get a taste. Wow. Nice, full-bodied, great mouthfeel. Flavors really open up. Sits nicely on the tongue. You really get some of that chocolate flavor. Not getting too much of a bitterness, an initial bitterness on the tongue, but smooths right out. The longer you hold it, the more it does start to bite a little bit. Nice creaminess and, like I said, a chewiness on the texture, which you usually have on a stout. Big flavors. Got a little bit of a richness to it, and I can pick up in the taste a tinge, not an overwhelming amount, but a tinge of kind of that black licorice taste. But overall, pretty pleasant on the palate. If you're a big stout drinker, I think you can kind of enjoy this one here. Actually, I think I wouldn't mind having something like this with maybe, I'm going to actually say something like salmon, as far as like to kind of match it up with. I think it would be kind of a unique taste bringing those two flavors together. It does go down easy. Look at that period of time. I mean, it's not too bad on the back end. You're not getting any of the booziness. There's no alcohol bleeding through. There's no astringency on the back end. Nice and crisp on the finish. So you can sit back and really enjoy this one and relax and be comfortable. And at 8.4, having a few of these probably would catch up with you in a little bit. Go ahead and check some of the ratings here. Untapped actually has this at 3.75 bottle caps. Beer Advocate has it at 87, very good. Rate Beer has it at 96 overall and a 92 for style. I do feel some of the carbonation taking place now after I've drank in almost half the bottle. It's there, but it's not horrible. As far as the duration of the mouthfeel and everything, I would say it's probably a little less than average. It doesn't last as long. It gives you a nice initial flavor when you take it, then it kind of fades out. Not real quickly, but I've had some other stouts where it does last a little bit longer, it seems. And I think the texture also is a little bit too watery on the initial taste before it smooths out. But those are small little things with this one here. Overall, I think it's a pretty pleasant beer. For me, the way I would look at a beer like this, I would actually rate this one to be, I'm going to give this one a B+. I think it's solid, and I think it brings something different to the table. I wish that smokiness was a little more amped up, especially since I just had a smokier one earlier from a porter from another company. This one is supposed to have a little bit of smokiness there, but it's just not as good as what the other one was. But I think as a stout, it does just fine. I think you won't be disappointed with it if you're a stout drinker. I say give it a shot. I would definitely recommend it. It is the, again, Stillwater Artisanal Folklore. They're out of Baltimore, Maryland. If you've had this one, let me know what you think. Put some comments in the comment section. Love to hear some feedback. But outside of that, no negatives as much really with this one. I think it's solid overall. Of course, I guess I did give a little bit of negatives, but those were more like criticisms than negative. I think it's a good packaged beer. With that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say cheers. Thank you for swinging by and check out another video. I look forward to hopefully catching you on the next one. And hopefully you're enjoying some good craft beer. If you did like the video, as always, please remember to hit that like button as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, always, make sure you try to subscribe. Click that button as well, and then that way you're up to speed on any of the newer videos that I come out with on some of the other beers. Well, with that, I'm going to say cheers. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.